Welcome to Pod Studio, level up your fluency from trending topics. Today we are going to talk about Notebook with Perplexity, the ultimate productivity combo.
Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise, get straight to the insights you need from your research. And today, we're diving into something I think is genuinely transformative.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's the dawn of AI browsers. It feels like just yesterday we were talking about AI tools and apps, right? But now, the browser itself, it's becoming the next hot thing, completely reimagined by AI. It's 2025, and this shift is, it's happening really fast.
It really is.
Okay.
And what's fascinating, I think, is how these tools aren't just, tacking on AI features.
Mhm.
They're fundamentally rethinking how we interact with the web, how we manage all that information.
Right.
We've seen AI assistants, sure,
Yeah.
and search and writing tools, but the browser actually becoming an intelligent agent. That feels like a critical paradigm shift. It's moving away from just clicking links, passive consumption, towards something more active, AI-driven discovery synthesis. It promises to redefine our whole digital workflow, really. Makes the browser less a simple tool and more like a knowledge partner.
A knowledge partner? I like that. And honestly, I bet a lot of you listening, maybe like the author of the main article we're digging into today, might feel a bit skeptical. Another browser.
Oh, definitely. Browser fatigue is real.
Totally. Our source writer actually admitted they didn't see the hype around Comet initially, said they were even tempted to switch back to Chrome.
Right, the comfort zone.
Exactly. But stick with us, because this deep dive is all about uncovering why this specific combination of tools, this AI browser and another AI tool, is being called game-changing. It's a real transformation story.
Absolutely. So our mission today is to unpack Perplexity Comet, that's the AI browser, and look at how it pairs up so powerfully with NotebookLM.
Which is Google's experimental AI productivity tool, right?
Yeah.
The one designed to help you work with your own stuff notes, documents.
Precisely. Your uploaded sources. So for you, the listener, the goal here is to understand how this specific combo, Comet and NotebookLM, creates a workflow that's, it's like a shortcut. A shortcut to being really well informed, but without that crushing feeling of information overload we all know too well.
Okay, so people are probably wondering how they can even try this Comet browser access. How does that work?
Good question. Right now, Comet is mainly for Perplexity Max users. That's their top subscription, the one with the most advanced AI models.
Okay.
Or you can get on a wait list, but there's a bit of a shortcut there too. Apparently, PayPal and Venmo users can skip that wait list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and get a free 1-year Perplexity Pro subscription, which crucially gives you access to Comet. So if you're using those services, it's definitely something to look into. It makes getting access a whole lot easier.
Good tip. Okay, let's get into the features then, this integration, because you said that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, exactly. So Perplexity Comet, it's owned and created by Perplexity.
Yeah.
Right? The AI answer engine lots of people are already using. And because of that, its AI capabilities are, as our source puts it, everywhere within the browser itself. Think about that. You type a query in the sidebar.
The collapsible sidebar.
Right,
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
Your query doesn't go off to Google with, 10 blue links and ads and scrolling forever. It goes straight to Perplexity. Instantly, you get concise, source-backed answers right there next to whatever else you're doing.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just search.
No, not at all. That AI assistant is always there in the sidebar, just a tap of the assistant button in the corner. And what's really revolutionary about that is the seamless, always-on integration.
Less clicking around.
Way less context switching. From the moment you open Comet, the whole flow of getting information feels more intuitive. The AI is just there, ready to help. You don't need to open a new tab, launch another app, or even leave the page you're on. It's kind of designed to anticipate what you might need and offer help right when and where you need it. That really cuts down on the mental effort, the cognitive load of just gathering information.
Okay, that makes sense. So that leads us to how this combo, Comet and NotebookLM, changes things for research, right? Getting the latest info from the web into your own notes, your own system.
Yes, that's a huge friction point for so many people.
We know NotebookLM is great for working with stuff you've already uploaded, your notes, slides, whatever. You can ask questions about them, summarize them, connect ideas.
Right, it's powerful for interacting with your known knowledge base.
But you often need to, fill gaps, right? Or get more up-to-date information from the live web. And Remember how our source writer described the old way?
Yeah, the painful way.
Totally. Opening a separate Perplexity tab, then manually copy and paste the sources into your NotebookLM notebook individually.
Ugh.
Or maybe using some Chrome extension to try and speed it up. It just sounds clunky.
It was clunky. And that's a crucial point. Your personal knowledge base, no matter how good it is, it's always going to have gaps when faced with new stuff popping up online.
Yeah.
And the cost of switching context, opening tabs, copying, pasting, it's actually enormous mentally.
Right, you lose your focus.
Every single time you switch tabs, you interrupt your flow. You have to sort of reload your working memory with the new context. It's like hitting reset on your brain constantly.
So, Comet, how does it rewrite that script? How does it fix that clunky process?
Okay, this is where that integration really shines. You've got Comet's AI assistant right there in the sidebar. Let's say you need, I don't know, some tutorials or the latest documentation, maybe example projects for learning Swift programming.
Okay.
You ask the assistant, Perplexity finds relevant stuff and lists the sources it used right there in a sources tab in the sidebar.
Still in the sidebar. Still in the sidebar. Now here's the magic bit. The drag and drop. You just switch over to your NotebookLM tab, open its sources panel, click Add, choose Website, and then you literally just drag the link from the Comet sidebar and drop it straight into NotebookLM.
Wow, okay. No copy-paste.
Zero copy-paste. No extra extensions needed. No breaking your mental flow.
That sounds almost too simple.
Yeah.
But I can see how removing that friction step by step adds up massively if you're doing a lot of research.
It really does. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not just a minor convenience, you know? It's a fundamental workflow improvement. Yes, it saves the hassle of jumping back and forth between tags, makes things a lot quicker, absolutely. But the real win is maintaining your mental flow. Think about all the mental energy that used to go into that manual copying and pasting. Remembering what tab had what, where you were.
Yeah, the mental juggling act. Exactly. Now that energy is freed up. You can actually focus on understanding, on analyzing, on interacting with the information itself instead of just the mechanics of moving it from A to B. It's a leap from basic information management to, like, pure knowledge work.
That seamless flow really does sound like a game changer. Okay, let's tackle another common problem, something learners especially run into. You mentioned NotebookLM only uses your uploaded sources.
Right. It can't browse the live web on its own.
So if you need an answer to something that isn't in your uploaded documents,
Right.
well, as the source said, NotebookLM would be of no help whatsoever. You'd have to, open a new tab, do a separate search, break your focus again.
Exactly. That's a critical limitation for any personal knowledge base, no matter how well you've curated it. Your uploaded stuff is, by definition, kind of a static snapshot in time.
Right.
And the internet is, well, it's constantly changing real-time information. So how do you bridge that gap when your question goes beyond your current library? Normally, yeah, you have to leave your thought environment in NotebookLM to get that outside context.
But with Comet, the AI assistant is right there, so you skip the extra tabs and searches entirely. Is that the idea?
That's precisely it. You just open the assistant within Comet, type your question, and Perplexity does the web search for you, delivering a concise answer with sources right there in the sidebar.
So if I'm exploring, say, a concept in NotebookLM and I hit a wall, something I don't know, the answer is just a click away without leaving the browser window I'm in.
Exactly. And if that quick answer is useful, you can immediately add it to your sources or save it as a note in NotebookLM. Or if you want to dig deeper into the source Perplexity found.
Let me guess. Drag and drop.
You got it. Switch to the Sources tab in the Assistant, drag that source link, drop it into your NotebookLM notebook, and then you can use NotebookLM's power to really explore it further, ask questions about that new source. It turns what was a fragmented multi-step process into this continuous fluid loop.
That is. Wow, an incredible combination.
It really is. Perplexity, inside Comet, is doing the heavy lifting, finding accurate, current info, citing its sources. Meanwhile, NotebookLM helps you interact with all that information, both old and new, in the way you learn best. Asking follow-ups, synthesizing ideas, comparing things.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much faster could learning actually become with that kind of instant context-aware help?
Right. It dramatically reduces the friction in that whole curiosity to comprehension journey. It's almost like having, I don't know, a super efficient research librarian and a personal tutor merged into one dynamic system, always available in your browser.
Okay, I'm definitely seeing the power now. For anyone focused on pure efficiency, though, and just managing the flood of information, our source writer highlighted another Comet feature they loved, one-click summarization.
Ah, yes, the quick summary. That's a good one.
Apparently, there's a simple keyboard shortcut Alt or Option plus S, and Comet's AI assistant just immediately pops up and begins summarizing the content for you. And this works on pretty much anything you're looking at: articles, videos, PDFs.
Yep, pretty much any main content on the page. Long articles, research papers, YouTube video transcripts if they're available, PDFs loaded in the browser, even some social media content. It's quite versatile.
Now, hold on. People might be thinking, wait, didn't you say NotebookLM can summarize too?
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
And yes, NotebookLM can summarize brilliantly. But the key difference is when and why you're summarizing. NotebookLM summarizes sources you've already decided are important enough to upload into your personal knowledge base.
Ah, okay. So Comet summarization is more like a first pass, a screening tool.
Exactly. It shines when you land on a web page, maybe a long article, a dense report, even a tutorial video. And you need to quickly figure out, is this actually relevant? Is it worth my time to read this properly or add it to NotebookLM before you commit?
Right, makes sense. Our source writer mentioned using it for things like checking if some lengthy online study notes were actually useful for their midterm, or getting a quick gist of a YouTube video before watching the whole thing. Basically, preventing wasting time on stuff that turns out to be irrelevant. It helps you curate information before it even hits your main system.
And what's fascinating about that, I think, is how it encourages a more proactive, critical approach to information. We're all drowning in stuff, right?
Tell me about it.
So this feature acts almost like an AI-powered gatekeeper. It lets you pre-screen content quickly, training you to be more selective. It ensures you're only investing your valuable time and, frankly, your limited mental energy on content that genuinely aligns with what you're trying to learn or research. It shifts you from just passively consuming whatever pops up to actively, strategically filtering. It fosters more intentional learning by helping you sidestep that feeling of being completely overwhelmed.
That filtering aspect is huge. Okay, so wrapping this up, the ultimate endorsement really came from our source writer. They concluded pretty powerfully that this NotebookLM X Comet workflow has convinced me to never switch to another browser. That's a big statement.
It is. They called it a workflow they highly recommend for anyone with access, especially if you're deep into learning or research. It really frames it not just as an upgrade, but as a genuine transformation of how they work.
So that leads us to our final thought for you, the listener. Really consider this. How could integrating an AI browser like Comet, acting as this combined research assistant and content curator alongside a personal knowledge system like NotebookLM, how could that not just save you time, but maybe fundamentally transform how you approach learning, how you stay truly well-informed in this age of, well, just endless information?
Yeah, think about the challenges you face right now in your own research or learning. Is it managing 50 open tabs? Is it the struggle to connect web findings with your existing notes? Is it just feeling constantly behind or overwhelmed by the sheer volume? How might a combination like this start to solve some of those problems for you starting today? What could you do with that reclaimed time and mental energy?